All right, who controls your destiny? Can you really have everything you want? This is today's topic. Did you know that you may have a habit that is unconsciously preventing you from claiming all that the universe has for you? In today's stream, we'll expose that stealthy dream killer, and then if you stick around, you can also enjoy a very special guided meditation I put together to help you develop the antidote at an unconscious level and open up portals of possibilities in Infinity Matrix. All right, hello everyone. It's Gary and Ross here. Welcome.
Hello. Thanks for joining us.
Welcome to Hacking the Infinity Matrix, episode number 28. When the going gets tough, where do you go? Let me start by doing a little bit of housekeeping. And again, remember, stick around. We are going to give you a really cool transforming process today to transform obstacles into opportunities to grow and thrive. Okay, really good. So some quick housekeeping. Please go ahead and tell us in the stream, where are you calling in or checking in from? We love to hear all the different places. Whether you're first time or whether you're a regular. If you are first time, go ahead and type hashtag first time just so we know. And if you're a regular and you've been here on a few streams, just type in hashtag hooked on hacking. Let me just put those up. And if you're catching us on the replay, yes, we do have replays. I'll tell you how to get those in a second. Just type hashtag replay, and that way it'll chime in and let us know to kind of check in and greet you. Okay, we got Poland, Detroit, Memphis.
Welcome.
Cecilia. Wow, I don't think we've had Cecilia before. Austria, Mexico City. Hey, everybody, welcome. Go ahead and let us know if you're any first-timers out there, too. We'd love to see. Oh, we got them all cut. There we go. There's
in Houston.
There we go. We got a first-timer from. Nice. Welcome, everybody.
Fantastic.
So, yes, we do have replays, and the easiest and fastest way to get them is in our private group. If you're not a member, then please go ahead and head on over. The link is scrolling down on the bottom here. And it'll be there through the whole thing, so you can kind of get, and we'll throw it in the chat as well. Head on over. There are 3 quick questions that you need to answer when you get there, just to kind of, so the system automatically accepts you in. If you don't answer those, it does boot you out. So please answer them. It'll automatically accept you. And then underneath the guides, is it guides? Yeah, guides tab. We've got all the replays laid out there. You can go ahead and check all the way back to the very first one we did. All right. So also lots of benefits membership, as members are starting to notice that we're starting to give more exclusive content. For example, we've got one coming up that we do. Before I hand it over to Ross, let me tell you about it. Is tomorrow we have planned, every Friday we have planned a new segment called Down the Rabbit Hole, and we stream it only to the group, but everybody can get access to it. So anybody can access it. And so Down the Rabbit Hole tomorrow is the topic will be why it's important to live life to the fullest, and how many people do you know that suffer from the 3 feet from gold virus? All right. It's one they don't mention in the news these days.
Exactly.
All right. Now
that's a whole nother rabbit hole.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. If you don't know what Down the Rabbit Hole is, it's a new weekly segment where we jump on Zoom and we invite everyone to come into a conversation with us about a specific topic that could really go just about in any direction. So it start off with one thing, we go just about anywhere with it. It is your chance to come in and basically just jam with Ross and I live, back and forth. Ask us questions. Bring some things to the table that maybe we have. We've had a lot of members already bring stuff that we didn't know about, and so everybody kind of contributes to it as best you can. It's intended to be about thought-provoking, deeply insightful topics. So come on, join us. Let me put you do have to register through Zoom to get in there. So let me just put that up on here. there is the Zoom link coming up. So just grab that Zoom link, go over, register, and then we'll also know who to expect and how many people to kind of be prepared for. We start at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Every Friday, 9 a.m. PST, Pacific Standard Time. And again, there's the link right there. Just go ahead, head on over and register for that.
So Gary, that's the group's link. Do you want to put the Zoom link in, or are they going to go through the group?
Oh, I thought I put the, sorry, techie stuff here. There we go.
He really is the techie guy of the two of us. So
that's a scary thought. All right. So we got a ton of places. We got London, North Cal, UK,
awesome.
Mexico, Canada, Costa Rica. Wow. Awesome. Welcome, everybody. And a bunch of first timers. Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
All right. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Okay. So let me take that out. And you want to get started there, Ross?
Sweet. Okay. So there's a saying that failure is a trickster with a keen sense of irony and cunning. It takes great delight in tripping one when success is almost within reach.
So close.
So close, yet so far. And we're kind of wondering why. So
just real quick, anybody out there, sorry to interrupt, anybody out there, if you've ever had a time in life where you just came so close to getting a goal, an outcome, and something, just go ahead and type in hashtag so close, just so we kind of get a flavor for who's out there. Hashtag so close. Just so we kind of get an idea on what's going on for you there.
Yeah, and or the time when it was just like right there, it was just like right there in your hands, and all of a sudden it just
something happened.
Your fingers. Yeah. It's just like, what the heck just happened? It was right there, and such. So it's happened to just about everyone. It really has. So most of us have either traveled by airplane or been on an ocean liner or a cruise ship of some sort. Which one have you guys ever done? You know, plane or a ship? Just put it down in the comments, or maybe both and such. So you're probably wondering as well, is that what does airplanes and travel have to do with when the going gets tough? Well, that's a fair question. So what you may or may not realize is that pilots and ship captains are the most persevering people we're aware of. Their profession requires an extraordinary amount of focus and concentration on their goals. In other words, getting you or their cargo to your destination safe and on time. Whether it be by sea or by plane, they must contend with a constant barrage of obstacles that continue to hinder their journey. Always looking far out ahead of their current position, they look for and or anticipate problems. And while adjusting and changing course to avoid those said problems before they actually become a real problem.
Yeah, they must have a level of creativity that's beyond, comprehension. I mean, it's just
exactly
to be in the moment all the time. It's wild. Yeah.
Yeah. There is absolutely no procrastination in this type. It's like, yeah, I'll get to it. Yeah, I'll get to it. Oh yeah.
Well, the Titanic might have had something to say about
that. Very true. So, and this is a very simple philosophy that Gary and I, that we incorporate into our everyday lives. Whether it be in business or your personal life, persevering to obtain your final objective is somewhat of a lost art. So in other words, we tend to give up way too soon. Sometimes before we even get started. Sometimes right after we get started, or a little ways into getting started. And when we encounter, a hiccup or a problem or an unexpected obstacle, just shows up, and we just like, this is not worth it. So why don't you just course correct and just get back on track? What sidelined you? What made things slip through your fingers? And why did it? Was it a series of small waves like the ships are always going up against? Or was it a gigantic tsunami? So with this in mind, what would happen if the captain did the same thing? Now, mind you, he or she is dealing with obstacles every minute of the journey. Every single wave they encounter is defined as an obstacle because it can take them off course. Every single one of them will and does send them off course. They deal with waves and currents and eddies, the wind, storms, floating debris every single day. And all of these require continuous course corrections, continuous anticipation of what's up ahead, and continuous reminding themselves of that ultimate destination. Waiting too long, procrastinating to correct the heading creates its own set of problems, primarily time and fuel, as there's no gas stations on every corner in the ocean. And time is of the essence as you have your plans and your agenda, whether it be connecting flights or connecting routes, whatever the case, but you have your agenda, so they have to try to match that because you are counting on them so that you can catch those connecting flights or those plans or whatever. So then it leads to another question of how much time do you have? Their passengers are counting on them. Even if it's a cargo ship, their clients or businesses are counting on them to deliver. They can tell everyone there that there was too many waves or the wind just acted up and stuff just got in the way. And they can't say that too often. I mean, it's got to be a major hurricane. But there's always that one trip that just wasn't smooth sailing for a lot of us, where everything was fine until we were 50 miles away from our port and the water got too choppy and they decided to turn around or just stop being the captain and just drift to some unknown destination, letting the waves just do it. And then we respond, it's not my fault. It was that or that. So it sounds kind of crazy, but yet kind of familiar, doesn't it? But we hear this all the time. If it wasn't the path of the vessel that was the problem, was it the first mate, the co-pilot, or someone else that was instrumental in the success of this voyage? For that matter, could it be the captain's spouse or a family member that is distracting them and their concentration? We call them the sentinels, the people around you that somehow, in some way, sabotage your progress. And here's a secret.
Intentional or otherwise. Doesn't mean that they're intentionally doing it.
Exactly. And the secret is it could even be you. In your life, what are the waves? What are the storms? What debris is getting in your way? Are you allowing to get in the way? So go deeper. Where do your thoughts go when things go wrong? What justifications do you create? Or who do you blame? Do you go back to the initial vision that inspired you in the first place? Or rattle off all the reasons that it was a bad choice? Instead of this, are you asking yourself better questions? And we talked about this, a couple of months ago in a live stream. What is my purpose for being here? Is it aligned with my vision in life? Do I need to make a major course correction? With any given life, you can create many purposes, as there are many projects and services and circumstances by which you can express who you are and who you want to be. But none of these projects in of itself is your purpose. They are a method of expressing the purpose of your life. So generally speaking, many of you spend a great deal of time searching for your vision and often become frustrated tired, and discouraged when clarity and your ability are in question. This is why so many give up when things get tough. You didn't have the clarity, and something other than your vision became your driving force. Okay? A lot of times that's just, it's something. It doesn't energize you. It won't pull you through those tough times like a well-defined vision will. So, what's the primary step in defining a vision? Excitement. What charges you up? This is what you feel, that physical sensation, or the knowledge, the knowingness of yourself that is translated as excitement is your physical translation of the vibratory energy that represents the path you chose to be in this life. So when something excites you more than anything else, that excitement is there to tell you three things. This is who and what you are. The circumstance and the situation that comes into your life at any given moment that excites you more than any other is letting you know this is who you are and take action. Excitement is the sign that many of you ask for, but you ignore it. The things that come with excitement are the answers, the signals, the synchronicity of the signpost. Or if we stay in my water theme, the buoys, signaling a change in direction, that a change is necessary, or you will be off course. That's what excitement is. The reason it excites you is because it's aligned with the idea of who you energetically are. That's what excitement is.
It taps into your core vibrational frequency, right? So at your core soul spirit self, that excitement is a signal to let you know that your true north is that you're tapping into that. You're in alignment with that, right? And so if you're not in excitement, it tells you you're moving away from that. So using excitement as that beacon, to head to where you want to, and to experience the joys in life and the synchronicities. Understand that that is a vibrational frequency. It's like the radio station that's tuned into you.
Exactly. And that frequency is on all the time, no matter what. That's how it drives you. It pulls you. Sometimes it pulls you through. It's like, oh, I know you're going through that storm. Let me just pull you through that rough patch back into the eye of the storm where it's calm. So secondly, it tells you that, that because it's who you are. It's what Gary said, is who you are. And if you act on it with trust and conviction, it will be the thing that can be the most effortless thing you will ever do. Because it's who you are.
If we go back to the ship analogy, right? You don't see the ship struggling. It just goes. It does. You don't see it going, oh, I don't want to turn this way. I don't want to. It just does. It just adjusts and it goes, right? And it's because, again, that the it's aligning with and the adjustments are being made on a moment to moment basis towards that alignment.
Exactly. And something a lot of people don't realize either, that for a ship to turn, it takes miles. Okay, whatever you see on TV and the movies doesn't happen. It doesn't just like this. Speedboats can do that, but ships take miles to make a turn. Okay, so, and that's where we are always looking ahead. So if you're simply being yourself, that's where the effortless and feeling comes from. The only time that you have to struggle, or the only time that you have struggle and pain, is when you're trying to be someone that you're not. And then you are fighting the flow. We talked about flow last week. You're fighting the flow. You're buying into definitions of what others say you ought to be. Okay, you were living their dream possibly, or their manipulation. This is what I think you should do. So this is the direction that you should go. And the final thing, the third thing that tells you when a situation comes along that is more exciting than any other, that thing that if you do it will support you in the most abundant way to allow you to keep going in a more expanded and ever exponential way. Therefore, you will automatically be able to attract the opportunities to allow you to do what excites you the most. Excitement is the thread that is woven throughout the tapestry of the universe, leading to all other excitement. Like attracts like. As long as you are acting on the things that excite you the most with integrity and functioning as a whole, realize that all the different things that have your attention are all part of the same whole idea and will all fall into place automatically when you act on the one that represents your strongest intention. Then you can flow. Flow, flow, flow. For those that weren't on last week, go back and watch it. But flow is that effortless, this is just happening. You lose yourself. Time just disappears. We've all been there at one point or another. That is focus and trust. That is allowance. That is willingness to understand that by definition, everything that excites you must fit and will be synchronized with a perfect timing. So pay attention to what you're going through. You can use all of it in a very positive way. Relax and laugh. Laugh a little more about what you're going through. And if you feel the anxiety, that's all right. Remember, anxiety is the same energy as excitement. It just has judgment attached to it. That's all it is. Relax the judgment, and you will let go of the anxiety. It will turn into excitement and laughter, and you will laugh your way through it. You only have one life. Follow your excitement and then live it.
Yeah, and in that one life that you have, yes, someone had mentioned so many challenges and so many obstacles and stuff. Yeah, stuff happens, right? So, it seems to get rough, right? I mean, we've already had some people earlier say, so close, and it's because those challenges, those things occur, and that's when the going gets tough, right? It's not always sunshine, roses, and unicorns for most people.
Unicorns.
And that's the reality of it, right? If we're gonna hack the infinity matrix, we gotta look at the whole reality of things, and be aware of what's actually going on, and not be triggered by it and pulled into it unconsciously, right? So the question is then, where can you go when the going gets tough, right? And so the solution is to get to a place of choice and infinite choice, which ultimately means just a place of creativity, right? So in that place of choice, you can get to this inner place where all potential options, and we talk about it all the time, the choice convergence point, right? And it's where all potential choices occur and stem from there, and you can choose to go wherever you want to go. Okay, but it's by choice. So today's hack is a guided meditation that will help you to get access to an endless reserve of resources that can keep you motivated, focused, inspired to keep you going. when the going gets tough. All right. So go ahead and we're going to get started in a second here. If you get in a comfortable position, if you're capable. So if you want to, lay down somewhere or in a comfortable position in your chair. If you're, I should say, if you're driving a car or operating machinery, come back and replay and listen to this when you have time to relax. All right. Or at the very least, don't follow the instructions as I'm giving them, because we will take you to a fairly deep, relaxed state here. There is hypnotic language all throughout this, so please be aware of that. And so if I'm just going to start the music here, if everyone can just kind of get into a relaxed position. Ross, I'm going to take you off of here, and I'm actually going to take me off as well and do that there. Awesome. Get some music. Ross, can you hear audio? Everybody out there can hear the background music? Awesome. Great. All right, so go ahead and get yourself in a relaxed position. And if you could, just take a few deep breaths in. That's right. And exhale completely. In order to begin this transformational experience, I'm just going to ask you to, if you haven't already done so, close your eyes and allow them to get heavy and tired. But don't go into a trance too quickly. Now, just listen to the sound of my voice and the soothing music in the background for a while, until you find yourself naturally drifting and questioning, how do you know that you are in a trance? I mean, what doesn't it feel like to not be in a trance? Many people say that trance formation begins with the closing of your eyes. Many say that trance begins with the focusing on deep breathing. Some even say that you'll really know you're in a trance when you've begun to feel that relaxing sensation moving throughout your body. Sensations can come in the form of a tingling in the fingertips before you notice them in the toes. It can be the heaviness of the arms or the legs. It could be the light floating sensation that comes with letting go and relaxing. Now, it can also be something else entirely. So why not just allow each of all of those experiences to visit you as you listen to my voice and see for yourself which one will be the trance experience for you. Or if you need to create your very own unique experience. Let's imagine that you have another set of eyes under your eyelids. And you can just close those inner eyes as if you were going to drift into a sleepy, hypnotic state. Notice how your awareness can begin to shift, to wonder about what trance will be like for you. Understanding that each time is uniquely different from any other time. take a few moments and hold those relaxing trance thoughts in your mind. Now, as you contemplate that hypnotic trance and your eyes are closed, you can begin to notice your breathing and begin breathing in deeply and exhaling slowly. That's right. And as you continue to focus on your breathing deeply and slowly, perhaps you could allow your body to relax before you begin to wonder again if this is trance enough for you. Beginning from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, or from the tips of your toes to the top of your head, breathe deeply and completely in and out. As you take a few more moments, while on the threshold of slipping deeper than you've ever been. Any time now, you can begin to notice, if you notice those sensations, tingling in the toes before it slides up into your legs. Which arm seems heavier? And will it be the right one that decides to point you deeper into trance by feeling light and buoyant? Before you realize that the only thing left is to do the right things and just enjoy the hypnotic trance that you might be in now. Going deeper, even before you know it, can sometimes be an interesting sensation itself to become aware of later on. Now, this is your opportunity to take a few more moments to adjust or change any or all of your experiences, to increase or intensify this hypnotic trance. And taking control and creating those changes is the best way to utilize each trip into a hypnotic trance. Unless the journey you are being guided on is an absolutely present experience in and of itself. And if that's the case, then just go ahead and accept the suggestions which will have the most positive impact upon your day-to-day existence. And now, notice what your hypnotic trance is like, and realize the next time you enter into this realm of the mind, some things will be familiar and some things will be completely new. It's really dependent upon exactly what it is you need for this process to become more powerful every single time. Isn't it interesting how you have eyes that you see the outside world with, and you also have an inner eye, which leads you through your inner world? It is a creative eye. It can produce images, process thoughts, even as you find yourself drifting deeper into trance states. And as you allow the relaxation to settle in, place your attention on the idea that you have an all-powerful, all-imaginative eye, and it's under your control. And it resides inside of you. So let us journey to discover that today. Imagine with me that you can envision a door out there in the distance of your mind. And the door opens up. And you know this because some of you can feel this. Some of you can hear this. And many of you can see this in your mind's eye, imagining in whatever ways serve you best. As you begin to notice what's on the other side of the door, you begin to realize that there are places, people, animals, objects, maybe anything there awaiting your discovery. So go ahead and enter the door. And you can notice all that you notice with your mind's eye, the eye of imagination, the eye of creativity. If you were given the project of describing all that is there, so that even the most minute details are discovered, what would you find there in this space of possibilities in your mind? How much detail would you need to gather up so that you could share it with someone in such a way that they feel that they are there also? Take your time. And just by the sound of your descriptions, they would move into your awareness through this space and time as if they were there. And pretend that you are telling someone now all of what your mind's eye is revealing. And perhaps there is a nothingness that you can describe as well. Because it is from nothingness where everything is born. So just allow your creative eye to see the multi-dimensions of your thoughts, the infinite options and directions, the unlimited potentials, the timeless wisdoms, all here in your mind now. The creative eye has the ability to look at anything, all things, from new perspectives. To look at things with unheard of resources. To look at things with unfelt emotions. And piece together its findings in such a new and empowering way that success is the ultimate outcome every time. So take with you into this realm of the mind one problem, one challenge that you have been experiencing in your life, and with your creative eye, go ahead and look at it differently. With solutions in mind, your unconscious and your conscious mind can work together. So go ahead and listen to it differently. That's right. Sometimes things just click in place and sound right for you. With success at the forefront, and feel it differently so that a new creation can occur. A creation which may lead you to a new direction, to search and create even better resources. And on that journey, you return with an experience that is unique from any other you've ever known. You are now becoming all that you are capable of being. You are here on this physical earth, in this physical form, as a result of your desire to learn, to grow, to evolve. You have a mission in life. Let your subconscious now tap into your unconscious, your superconscious, and your universal levels of mind to physically manifest your latent abilities and potentials, so that you may fulfill your destiny on this earth plane. Because your creative abilities are now being fully activated. All of your latent creative abilities are emerging and intensifying each and every time you enter into this level of the mind. Drawing upon all of your unconscious knowledge from the past, present, and even the future. To intensify your creative visions, opening up and activating new fields of creativity, accessing from the universe an unlimited creative inspiration. Your creative eye, which has been with you since birth, now utilizes the unlimited powers of your superconscious mind. A mind which is fully integrated and goes beyond all preconceived ideas or thoughts about its power, making contact with the wisdom of the universe, which is within you now. And this unlimited divine inspiration, coming from a place where only your creative eye can exist. Your creative eye can see all the choices, and you tap knowledge that you have never tapped before. You solve unsolvable solutions. Your creative eye looking out for your best interest. Have fun and just take a few moments to play in this creative realm and see what you can come up with. That's right. And if this is a time and a place to sleep, you can void out any of the awakening suggestions and drift into a deep and wonderfully rejuvenating sleep. But if it's a time and a place to be awake, you can start to tune in to the sound of my voice. And as I count from 1 to 5, you gradually find yourself coming back to full awakening consciousness, feeling fully awake, fresh and alert for the day. 1, coming back now. 2, more aware of your breathing and where you are. 3, feel yourself returning back to the sensations of your body. 4, almost all the way back. And with one deep, energetic breath, coming all the way back, with your eyes open, returning back, eyes open, wide awake, fully alert, as if you've just received a deep and wonderful sleep. All right. All right, so if you guys can go ahead and just type in the chat, fully awake, hashtag fully awake, so that I know I got you guys back on here real quick. Hashtag fully awake. That's the stream and the hack for today. Hope you enjoyed that. The replay will be in the group, so go ahead and make sure you head on over. Let me throw that link back up on the screen again. Jump in there and join on that. Sorry, Ross, I had you muted there. You're back on now.
Hey.
Yeah, and then I will also be cutting out just the guide meditation part of that, and that will be available in the group under the guides tab as well, under the replays. So if you want to just kind of listen to that and have that as a replay, there we got some people waking up. They're awesome. Nice. All right. Yeah, so I'll separate just the visualization process and upload it there, and we will probably have that on our YouTube channel as well as just a visualization process as well.
That is correct.
So remember to join us tomorrow on the rabbit hole. It's going to be a fun chat. So the last couple of ones we've had have gone really well. In fact, last week we went overtime because there was so much conversation that we had there. Just go ahead and register at the link there on the Zoom call. Check in on Zoom 9 a.m. Come and have a jam session with us. We really love this because we get the live interaction that we haven't had. It's something we've been planning for a while, and now we see it happening. We're really excited about it and getting a lot of great feedback from it.
Yeah,
too.
I can't stress how much fun we have on those, and also stress that when Gary's saying live interaction, it's not just us as talking heads. It's everybody's on there, and everybody's going back and forth with the different ideas and input on whatever the subject turns into.
Everybody has the option to. They don't have to, but everybody has the option. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it's just a lot of fun. So we'd love to see you there. Have you step in, see what you think. You don't have to stay for the whole thing, but like I said,
come and join us. All right, everyone. Be well.
You.
Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you all next Thursday.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.